I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
I'll have a beer.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here. We'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl.
Pleasure.
Even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanush to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that.
We have to
Now
drink
the
to
most
everything.
important thing. What actually happened at Noyal? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
Ale for me.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
Noticed you're handy with a sword, yeah?
I
May as
noticed
well.
you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
Good harvest.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujitz is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the Church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution.
Yeah, I did
what
that
if
earlier.
the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Yeah,
Well,
all of that.
this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Apparently we're
Funny.
drinking to everything.
That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Just as you ordered.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundation.
I believe you.
Unless they burn him at the stake first.
I also believe that.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm fairly sure that's exactly what happened.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Definitely a good plan, yes.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
So, Arumba is hosting me now, so thank you very much, Arumba. For the people who joined me from his channel, if you stick around, there's going to be boobies in a moment, so you'll be able to have a glance at those. This cutscene is fantastic, by the way. This guy is hilarious. Also, this episode is definitely going to be demonetized on YouTube. 100%. More drink.
Enough of this!
No.
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped, and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Well, that's just mean.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Okay, then. I look like I'm in no fucking mood for this. Help Godwin. Sure thing. I can do exactly that.
Your end is nigh.
I'm just gonna keep punching you, and punching you, and punching you, and punching you, and come on. Punch. Punch. We're good at this fighting thing. Take a knee to the face. No, no, no. Punch. Knee to the face. We're good at leg day. We've understand our mistakes from our earlier life, and we now no longer skip leg day. Take some more knees. More knees. More knees. There we go. Main level's upgraded.
Is that? God damn!
Ha!
Gotcha.
Ha! You're looking at the wrong guy. Oh man, we
You
just fucking knocked that dude out. Are we done? Is there another fight that we can partake in? I am so very drunk.
Be a bit more careful.
Yeah, we win. Climb the bell tower.
So, my dear, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on the bell? No sooner said than done.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Oh,
Stop
yes.
that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Ding dong bell, pussy's in the well. Something,
Here
something,
we are.
something.
Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
Just wake everyone up. Yeah, we are absolute assholes.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath.
Best priest ever.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Children, avert your eyes. Here comes the demonetization.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Rest in peace, YouTube monetization. Oh shit.
Damn.
Damn indeed. Can we talk to you? No, we're just gonna walk.
Be a bit more careful.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
What a face. He's just totally nonchalant about it all. He really needs to be a little bit more chalant.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. Oh, my guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Wait, before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten? Where the fuck am I? What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Sure, although I don't think you're going to. I reached a new level in drinking. Alright.
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Sure.
Well, alright. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do, exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Alright, I'm gonna put on my stuff. My conspicuousness is like totally full. But I need to look the part. Also, I'm gonna drink a bard potion. Just before we go in, I'm gonna drink a bard potion. It might help. I am very, very drunk. Also, marigold concoction. Alright. Dispel hangover effects. Yeah. Fuck you, hangover. Do I actually need to apply it, though? I can apply a marigold concoction to my weapons? What? 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 Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I failed this the last time I tried. Alright, bard potion time. I can apply a bard potion to my weapons. I have no idea what the fuck. This is a terrible idea.
thought he'd never show up. The swill pup.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
I probably should have eaten something. That would have been helpful.
Animals, I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem.
Dude's gonna drink the wine. Probably shouldn't.
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Quiet down in church. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna fail this. Confidently, lengthy. You know what? I've got +3 on my speech. So let's do speech. Although, is that 6 after the +3 or before it? Because if it's after, then it's 6 versus 7. If it's before, then it's a 9 versus a 5. Let's do a lengthy sermon. Yes. Can I can't access my inventory, so I can't check my player stats.
Greetings, brothers and sisters in Christ. I am here to tell you about Mother Church and to show you through my words how she is falling into decay and abandon, how the once great mother of all Christians is losing her dignity and trading in souls like the merchants in the temple. But I am digressing.
Boy has a cheek.
What's a success? God stands, yeah, that's good.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
Yes, I am. I'm thinking harshly would be good.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, cumens, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame. Shame upon them.
Sin is human.
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He,
whose companions were poor travellers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
Yes, hear,
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
I am right. I am very, very right. Let's more harshly.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Criticize the prelates but stand up for Godwin. Try some quote to conclude.
I say to you, in the words of Jan Hus, he who knows much, let him speak much. He who knows little, let him speak little. Let each speak as much as he knows, and he who knows nothing, let him at least teach his neighbour one virtuous deed by setting him good example and refraining from playing dice and from fornication. And that applies both to priests and to you, brothers and sisters.
That's his conclusion?
That was bad then.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
I think that went well. We had a lot of successes. I guess we'll find out. Was that good? Did we do good?
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that Hus.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver
I'm glad he came
tongue.
here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. I did not manage to do this before. So this is new to me.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubos tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you?
Well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko. Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall, too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
That man is a character. That was fun. I like that. I love that priest. He's cool. Right, mysterious ways. I need to go to Ledechko, I imagine. Let's just wait until it updates. On the scent. Quest log, on the scent, track down Riki. That means I need to go to Ledechko, which is here. Now, if only I had fast travel, I'd just fast travel there, but I don't, so I'm going to have to go through Talmberg again. Which is, it's fine by me, actually. I do kind of need to sleep, though. Nothing more I want out of there, to be honest. So, let's give ourselves a quick wash. Might help with the hangover. I think that actually did help with the hangover. And... horsey. There you are. I think we need to go out this way. So, Ledechko. I don't think I remember this. Like I said, I've done a part of this game before. I've played it before. But I don't remember going to Ledechko, which is a little bit confusing then. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But alas, we'll just continue on because why not? Don't know who you are. Don't really care. I think we need to, swing south. So I think the first left we find, we'll take it. This one here will do fine. Excuse me. Right. Give the horse a little bit of a rest. I also want to upgrade my horse, or get a new one. But I certainly do not have the money for that right now. And there's there's Talmberg. So, found that. We'll get there and then we'll have another look at the map. Could also talk to the Lady of Talmberg. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk to the Lady of Talmberg. Also, I'm going to have a sleep, because I am quite exhausted, and I know I have a bed here. So let's talk to the Lady of Talmberg. We'll start her quest, because that'll lead to us having a little bit more fornications, which is probably a good idea, because I want to do that before I start courting, what's her name, Teresa. Jesus. Scary. First things first though, sleep. Sleep and save. No. We need to talk to her first, because it's the middle of the day. So talking to her, like, I know she'll be awake right now. Whereas when I sleep, she's obviously not going to be awake. So where can we find her? Not in here, it seems. I'm going to quickly grab something to eat. I just came out of the room where the food is. Eat from pot. There we go. Right. Up the stairs, most likely. Henry's come to see us. Oh, look, it's Henry.
The Lord be praised. What's on your mind?
Heard you wanted to speak to me. I took the liberty. I don't know what that's all about.
I heard you wanted to talk to me, my lady.
It's true. I need something from you.
How can I help?
My cousin, young Sophie, is going to be wed. It will be an entry into a new life, and I want everything to be perfect for her. I'm looking for a few things to give her as a gift, and you're going to find them for me.
My lady, why me?
Normally I'd let the Chamberlain take care of it, but he doesn't have any taste. I can't trust him with this. And I've been told no task is too challenging for you. Is that not true?
That's perfectly acceptable, my lady.
It will be my honor, my lady.
I need you to pick up an ornamental crown from Sasau for Sophie, wine from a merchant in Ratai, and a roan from the stable in Ujits.
Who am I supposed to pick up the wine from?
From Conrad Hagen in Ratai. He's the only person in the whole region who can supply a genuinely good wine. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
You and Hans Capon could have a bit
That
of
should be enough.
a bit of a nice drink up if you're both wine
And the
connoisseurs.
ornamental crown?
I had the engravers in Sasau make it, but now they've written to say it will take a while longer. That just won't do. The wedding is almost upon us, and I need it. Go and see Master Jeronim Slesky and pick it up.
And the roan.
You said a roan from Ujits?
Precisely. It's a beautiful animal. Wait till you see it. Dietrich said he'd ride it here himself, but I can already imagine how he'll end up killing himself on that horse. But you, so young and vigorous.
Oh ho ho. Yep, that's totally fine. I can do it
Wine,
all.
a roan, and a crown. I can handle that.
Thank you, Henry.
You're welcome, Stephanie.
I just wish there were others here I could trust so well.
Alright. I don't know what I took the liberty is, so I'm going to leave it for now because it might be something wrong. Jeez, I've still got that hangover. Yeah, now it's time to sleep. See, the question now is, do I go to Ujits before I go south? Because Ujits is quite close. That is a good question. I don't know the answer to that. We'll have a quick sleep. Just to get my energy to full. It doesn't matter that it's the middle of the night. But I'm going to be traveling. So by the time I get to where I'm traveling to, it will be morning. So I think this is probably the best way to go. Gonna need some food. But that shouldn't be too difficult either. I think we'll be able to get some... No, we probably won't be able to get some more food from the pot. But I do have sausage on me, so I can just eat that. That should be fine and dandy. Although, I'm not going to be able to get up to 100. I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. Game saved. Lovely, lovely. It is nighttime. That's fine. Alright, food, food, food. Smoked sausage. Actually, that goes all the way up to 91. That's perfect. I don't want to go there. How the fuck do I get out? This door? Yes. Alright, we also want to equip our torch. Is there any, like, quick bar so I can press a button and the torch will come out? Because that will be very, very handy. I just don't think it's actually a thing. But if it is, and I'm wrong, please do tell me. Alright. My horse should be on the other side of this gate. Hello, horsey. Right. So, map. I need to go south a fair way. And so I just come out here, so I want to go take the first right, cross the bridge here, and then just keep going south. So I need to be on that road there, and I don't want to drop down with my horse because he may hurt himself, and that would not be good. Thankfully, I'm no longer hungover. I'm no longer drunk. I am at full fighting capacity. We're totally good. so we cross the river. Soon? Are we there yet? There's the bridge, good. And now we want to turn left and go south. Sir, you should be in bed. Just a quick warning for you. Go to sleep. One bad thing about Pebbles is he can't gallop for very long. He's actually a really terrible horse. Oh, crossroads. I suppose it doesn't really matter all that much, but we want to stay on the right path, I think. Yeah, stay on the right path. There's going to be another little crossroads, or fork in the road, I guess it is, and we want to take the right path again. Nighttime. Are we more likely to be attacked by bandits at night? Probably. Though I don't know that for sure. It certainly feels harder. Most of the problem with being attacked at night is that you can't see anything. So you need to keep your torch out. We want to take... I think we're here. We want to take the left and then a right. Yeah, so you have to keep your torch out, and that means you don't have a shield, so you're at a massive disadvantage. Because usually you're kind of used to using a shield. And we want to go... I think it's this path? Is this even a path? Yeah, that's this here. Which is what we want, yes. And then we'll get on a proper path. God, this is a shitty little road. Am I even going where I want to be now? Surely I should have found a better road by now.